What's up, everyone? You're listening to the RAS Project. My name is Temelkov, and I'm your host. On this podcast, we discuss entrepreneurship, personal development, family, tech, and marketing. And as always, it's 100% real, raw, and unfiltered. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty excited to be back. Another episode. Before we dive into this episode, and again, this is another solo episode, I want to say thank you to everyone that has taken the time to listen to my podcast. Those of you that have casted reviews on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, watching it on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I truly appreciate all your time and support. It really means the world to me. The hope behind this podcast was to share life-changing advice that you can apply in your own life and in your own business. And today I want to talk about something that I've been talking a lot about recently, and that is resistance. How to increase strength and become unstoppable, whether it's in your life or in your business. And resisting the temptations will make you stronger, more resilient and unstoppable. And I'm a prime example of that. And I want to share with you why you should consider and how this can help you in your own life and in your business. So this past weekend, I was tested, truly tested in the sense that I had to resist a temptation, something that I would typically give into. You see, about a year ago, I made an executive decision that enough was enough. After about 20 years of being inactive and not taking my health and nutrition more seriously, I decided that it was time to change that. So I signed up for the gym again, then I simply started making attempts to go on a regular basis. And you see, my previous failure was in the fact that I would sign up for a gym, go for a short period of time, and then simply quit. And that would usually happen after a couple of months. And then I would end up being stuck with unnecessary gym fees for quite some time until I finally would come to my senses and realize that I was simply wasting money by not attending. Now, a year later, I'm at around a 95% attendance where I work out 3 days a week, and I'm still not quite to where I want to be, but at least I'm taking a step in the right direction. And by the way, speaking of gym attendance and working out, I just started a new challenge called the 30-Day Challenge. I have a story highlight actually on my personal Facebook profile and also on my Instagram account at Temelkov, where you can watch my daily progress as I'm going through this. I just started this a couple of days ago, and the hope is to build up discipline, to build up weight loss, better nutrition, focus, clarity, improve the state of my life and also my business, and I also lose about 20 plus pounds in the span of 30 days. You'll see a lot more information on that on my highlight, and so that I don't deviate away from this podcast, let's keep on going. So in addition to my gym attendance, I also started intermittent fasting about 6 months ago. It's probably one of the craziest things that I've ever decided to do. I mean, the thought of skipping breakfast was simply not appealing whatsoever. After all, I'm also an Eastern European, and truth be told, I grew up on 5-course meals. So there was no fucking way that I was going to skip breakfast. At least that's what I was thinking. You see, mindset is such an important factor to all of this. Well, that's just it though. I told myself that it was impossible. Before I even tried it, I had already made up my mind that intermittent fasting was impossible. It was easier that way. Then again, a lot of things in life seemed that way anyway. After 6+ months of intermittent fasting, I've now lost over 25 pounds, and it's the lowest weight at 200 pounds that I've been in over 20 years. Even as I type this out, as I'm talking about this, It seems so surreal to acknowledge that I've accomplished this because it's definitely possible and I made it possible. And that's why I'm talking about this with you guys, because fitness, nutrition, mindset are key ingredients to everything that you do in life and in business. And in fact, that's what the resistance of the temptations that we otherwise give into as human beings can make you stronger, and can make you more resistant, can make you unstoppable to be able to reach your goals and dreams. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I'm a prime example of it. So, and again, this really kind of goes into the 30-day challenge that I just started out. Now, let me talk about what happened, actually. You see, as part of my intermittent fasting exercise, I've been eating 2,000 calories per day, right? And so this past weekend, I was really tested because the place that we went to, didn't really have much of a choice. It served pasta. So it's kind of hard, to abide by your caloric deficit if you're eating at a place that offers pasta, because just pasta in itself is a few hundred calories alone. That's without the sauce and any of the ingredients that you add to it. So I ended up eating a lunch that was a little over 2,000 calories. Okay, now that wasn't good either. Okay, on top of it all, not only did I have a lunch that contained over 2,000 calories, but I also ate 3 donuts totally impulsively, which brought up my grand total to almost 2,400 calories. So much for skipping a refeed day, right? And sticking to my 2,000 calorie daily mark. But I wanted to eat more, and I had to resist because I was already over my 2,000 calorie allotment. Now, this is the part where the real substance, the real discipline comes in, and that is resistance. So I had to offset between Saturday and Sunday, because Saturdays are typically my refeed day, which is when I eat more. And also I had been eating bad for a couple of days also. So I had to offset to make up for the difference. And you have to resist to those temptations in order to become stronger, to become more resilient, and to become unstoppable. And that is actually a whole lot easier said than done, though, because a lot of people say, oh, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but in fact, they actually fail. So the discipline and the focus that you exercise with your nutrition, with your health, with your exercise, with fitness, correlates 100% to everything that you do in life and in business. And I'm a prime example of this. As I've been really focusing and dialing in now on this 30-day challenge, I've seen a significant shift in my energy, in my focus, in my clarity, in my discipline, in my business, being able to generate more new clients. But that's just it. Like, people don't see that. It has a huge psychological impact. So if you feel better about yourself, you'll do better. You can perform a lot better. And that is really the key takeaway that I'm wanting to share with you guys, is that if you want to be the best version of yourself, if you want to conquer your fears, if you want to be able to dominate the areas otherwise you hesitate in, resist the temptations. Have a healthy life, nutritional life. Be fit, be proactive. Develop your mindset, develop yourself as a human being. That will help you become more resistible, increase your strength, become unstoppable, and reach your goals and dreams. Go to a whole new level. And this is what a lot of people don't fucking understand, because most people want to go from A to Z in an overnight, and it just doesn't happen. This is why the successful people are a very small percentage in the world. And that's really the key message that I want to leave you with here, is that the resistance can make you stronger, build up your strength, become more resistant, and become unstoppable in every aspect of your life. Your personal life, your relationships, and in your business. And before I go, look, guys and gals, I just have one favor to ask from you. If you feel that I've given you some value in this podcast, some perspective to help change your life or your business, I would greatly appreciate it if you share this podcast with someone else. I'm not selling you anything or forcing you to buy shit that you don't want. I'm simply asking you to share this podcast with other entrepreneurs or anyone who wants to make a change in their life or business. If you enjoyed the podcast and you keep coming back, it would mean the world to me if you shared a review on iTunes. It will help others, other like-minded folks, know about the nature of content and value that I share on this podcast and give them a reason to listen. And last but not least, I'm always looking for sponsors for the podcast. Please email me at ivan@razorsharpdigital.com. You can also message me on Messenger, Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn. And with that being said, that's all I got to say on this episode. Literally, you can be the best version of yourself, but you just got to try harder. Be more resistant, build up your strength, and become more unstoppable. And with that being said, never stop trying. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Until next time, bye-bye.